Welcome to Early Morning Catechism. You know, sometimes I play a kind of game with my students, and what I will do is read to them a sentence about Jesus and have them indicate whether they agree or disagree, and then we discuss it. One of the sentences about Jesus that I read to them is this: as an adult, nothing much would have been expected of Jesus. Today we're going to take a look at the land in which Jesus lived, and maybe that will shed some light on how we answer that sentence. As an adult, nothing much would have been expected of Jesus. Here is the Holy Land, the land of Israel. For those of us in northeastern Wisconsin, it looks something like an outline of Door County. And in fact, the Holy Land is not much bigger than Door County. You can travel the whole country in a day. From north to south, it's about 120 miles, and at its widest point, it's about 60 miles across. It is bordered by important bodies of water. To the west is the Mediterranean Sea. Then on the east is the Sea of Galilee, which is half the size of Lake Winnebago. Flowing from the Sea of Galilee southward is the Jordan River, and it ends up in the Dead Sea. The Dead Sea is the lowest place on the face of the earth, 1,300 feet below sea level. And so those are basically the borders of the land where Jesus lived. And for our purposes, we could say that although you can see different colors on the map, there are three places that were especially important in the life of Jesus. First was the district of Galilee. It is here where Jesus spent most of his life. For 30 years, he lived in the city of Nazareth, which is halfway between the Mediterranean Sea and the Sea of Galilee. When he began his public ministry, he moved to the city of, or the town of Capernaum, which is about here on the northwestern corner of the Sea of Galilee. And in this area is where Jesus performed 85% of his miracles. Here in the south were two very important places in the life of Jesus: Bethlehem, where he was born, Jerusalem, where he died. This part of the country is very, very dry, and the farther south you go, the more desert it becomes. The land slopes from this area toward the Mediterranean Sea, and the closer you get, the greener it gets. When you go east from Jerusalem, you are in very rocky, dry country, and you are going 35 miles downhill to the shore of the Dead Sea. Jerusalem was the holy city, the place of the temple. It is here that the important people in the Jewish religion lived and did their ministry. Between Judea, the southern district, and Galilee was the whole area of Samaria. People who were half Jews lived there, and they were hated by the Jewish people. You did not go through Samaria unless you absolutely had to. If you wanted to go to Jerusalem, you went this way, crossed the Jordan River to get to Jerusalem. Now, let's go back to my original statement. nothing much would have been expected of Jesus as an adult. Living in Nazareth, it was said by Nathanael, can anything good come out of Nazareth? Later on, when the important people were talking about Jesus and what he was doing, and was he the Messiah, one of them said, check out the scriptures. No prophet ever came from Galilee. So Jesus spent 30 years of his life in a town where nothing good was supposed to come from, in the district of Galilee where no prophet ever came from. Was anything expected of Jesus? In terms of the land and the popular belief, no. In terms of who he really was, of course.